Good morning, everyone. The video you just saw was created to accompany Opera Philadelphia's recent announcement that beginning in 2017, we will add a season opening festival to our annual lineup. O17 will feature 7 operatic productions in 6 different venues over the course of 12 days. This new annual festival is the culmination of 10 years of tremendous growth and change at Opera Philadelphia. 10 years ago, we had 1 venue to call home. By the time we reach O17, we will have added 5 more to the mix. 10 years ago, nearly every opera we did was traditional. Today, more than half of our artistic programming is either contemporary or new. 10 years ago, we were the Opera Company of Philadelphia. Today, we're Opera Philadelphia, with a budget twice the size and an audience half the age, the largest segment of our single ticket buyers being 25 to 34. At the center of all of this change, both driving it and holding us together through it, are a shared set of beliefs that we at Opera Philadelphia hold very dear. The first is our purpose. For us, mission and vision all boil down to one thing. Our ultimate goal is to serve as a key source of civic pride for all Philadelphians. Next, our promise to our audience and our community is to set new expectations for opera. And finally, while we are fortunate to have a lot of tools in our toolbox to navigate our path forward, the thing that has propelled us the furthest is our belief in partnership. Today, I'm going to share 3 partnership stories that have taken us places we never expected to go. In 2007, my great colleague, Mike Bolton, launched a partnership with a small nonprofit called Art Sanctuary. The program was called Hip Hopera, and it brought together teenagers in one of Philadelphia's most economically disadvantaged neighborhoods in an after-school program in which the students were encouraged and mentored to tell their story through hip-hop poetry. A team of classical musicians then set these poems to music and performed them in front of their entire school. We were blown away by the profound stories these kids had to tell. And the kids were blown away that what they had to say was worthy of public performance and celebration. We knew we were onto something, so over the next few years, we expanded the program to 3 schools and more than 100 students. We hired a team of teaching artists to add music and dance to the existing poetry curriculum. And then we commissioned 3 very accomplished artists in the classical, hip-hop, and spoken word mediums to come into the schools, to meet with the students, to read and share and experience their work, and then write an opera that honored the students' collective experience. Here's a video that documents this phase of the program, which culminated in another public performance in which the students shared their work and the creative team shared glimpses into the opera they were developing as a result.
This is a test, no less, serving awareness of progress. So listen, due to broadcasting system, the world is havoc, tragic conflict, others been set by their grave by automatics, rifled by crews in a hostile organization, drug transacted to act on intimidation. Women and men assaulted, children are disregarded, babies are born with diseases. What's the cause of it? A young girl kicks out at 13, she turns, boom, she blew her brains out. I guess she couldn't take it no more. Of the expression goes, she was knocking on heaven's doors. Of the looks of it, I guess she got it, cause this type of thing.
I'm going into a school, I'm not famous, I'm not rich, and in this, we can then earn trust and we can have a mutual dialogue about the music that we're listening to, about our hopes and dreams and aspirations, and about how the living performing arts can help us. The young people engaged in the hip hop program are composers, are poets, and that their words have found their way into this libretto, their ideas have found their way into the script, and their ideas will find their way into the music and will end up on the stage.
Here's sense of harmony and spread.
opera that was inspired by these students is called We Shall Not Be Moved, and it will premiere at the 017 festival. It tells the story of a family of 5 orphans on the run who take refuge in an abandoned, condemned house in West Philadelphia. We learn that this location is the same site as the infamous MOVE bombings of 1985, when the mayor of Philadelphia authorized the dropping of a bomb on the headquarters of a Black liberation group, MOVE, burning 11 people alive and burning an entire city block to the ground. The kids in our opera are discovered by police. Tensions escalate. But the opera envisions an alternate future, hinting at a more hopeful conclusion for this family. When We Shall Not Be Moved premieres at 017, it will be the conclusion of 10 years of development and partnership between our 2 organizations. What started as a $40,000 pilot project in our community programs department will culminate with a multi-million-dollar production bridging multiple musical genres that drives a truck into the racial and income inequality issues of urban America. It has been a long road, but a road unquestionably in service of our purpose and our promise. As you know, partnership can take many forms. Community partnerships like hip hopera, young artist programs, intern programs, co-productions, co-promotions, list trades. We've dabbled in all of them. Typically, they arise out of natural alignments in mission or programming. But we have also experimented with seeking out partners that seem very unnatural. We opened this past season at Opera Philadelphia with a new work called Andy, a popra, which was a partnership with the Bearded Ladies, a gender-bending cabaret troupe in Philadelphia. Over the course of 2 years and 3 workshops, we developed a hybrid cabaret opera about Andy Warhol, an artist obsessed with the hybrid of high and low art. Instead of staging Andy in a conventional theater space, we transformed an empty warehouse into Andy Warhol's factory, allowing for an immersive audience experience, complete with complimentary spiked punch. The development of this work was a lot of fun, but it was not easy. The Bearded Ladies are a devised theater company, which means they had this really amazing and annoying habit of constantly rewriting the show. Opera people don't do that. We meticulously plan and execute each moment to sublime perfection, and then we keep it that way. So it is safe to say we drove each other crazy during this process, but the end result was really pretty cool. We sold out 10 performances as part of Philadelphia's Fringe Festival. 24% of the audience were millennials. 40% of the audience was completely new to Opera Philadelphia. So we felt like we fulfilled our goal to enthuse more Philadelphians. The press praised the collaboration as brave and intriguing, strange, smart, and entertaining, so we felt like we succeeded at setting new expectations for opera. And I will admit that our time with the Bearded Ladies certainly taught us to appreciate chaos in an entirely new way. I love this cartoon. So I think what's great about this is it really conveys the truth that the most effective partnerships come when both parties have something unique and vital to bring to the table. Not so much the case with the dog and the fish here, but definitely the case with my final partnership story. Last summer, we presented the world premiere of Charlie Parker's Yardbird, a new opera we commissioned for the great tenor Lawrence Brownlee. And the plan was that after the Philadelphia premiere, one of our co-commissioning partners in New York was going to produce it at the Apollo Theater. And this was very neat because Charlie Parker actually played the Apollo, and Yardbird was set to be the first opera ever performed at the Apollo Theater. But then in the fall, our commissioning partner in New York abruptly closed, posing a significant problem because the Apollo is a presenter. They couldn't produce it on their own. And we are Opera Philadelphia. We might take our show on the road across town to a warehouse, but we certainly didn't take our show on the road out of town. But on a whim, our artistic staff started doing some availability checks. And it turned out that the entire world premiere cast from Philadelphia, our conductor, every member of our orchestra, and the Apollo stage were free for the same 10 days in March. I will never forget the staff meeting I was sitting in when our artistic administrator came in and shared this news. And we just looked at each other and said, I think we're meant to do this. So we launched a frenzied joint fundraising campaign that ultimately enabled Opera Philadelphia to take our show and our crew and our orchestra on the road to Harlem. But the story doesn't end there. As we were developing this project together, we realized that our shared interests went well beyond this one opera. Opera Philadelphia and the Apollo Theater are both committed to honoring legends while offering audiences new experiences that push the boundaries on traditional art forms. We're also both committed to supporting the work of African American artists and their stories. By the time we arrived at opening night of Yardbird, the Apollo had joined us as co-commissioners for We Shall Not Be Moved, and we announced a new 5-year partnership to develop new works together. So where is this all headed? We began this presentation with a glimpse of 017, which we believe is an unprecedented celebration of partnership. 017 will feature Komische Oper Berlin's take on the magic flute, and will partner with the National Park Service to broadcast it to Independence Mall, where thousands of Philadelphians can enjoy it in the heart of our city for free. We'll partner with English National Opera to present the world premiere of a new opera by Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Kevin Putz. We'll partner with the Philadelphia Museum of Art to present a double bill in 2 of their galleries. We'll partner with the Barnes Foundation to commission a new piece that will interact with their collection. And a 10-year partnership that began with Art Sanctuary and that now includes the Apollo Theater will be realized with the world premiere of We Shall Not Be Moved. It will open at 017 and then go to the Apollo Theater to open their season. 017 was designed to be a key source of civic pride for all Philadelphians, setting new expectations for opera through the incredible power of partnership. I will leave you today with 3 things to consider. If you don't already have a rallying cry around your purpose at your organization, go home and talk about it. And while you're at it, define your promise. Being united on these 2 things will give you the resiliency and the fortitude and the grit to navigate all the unknown opportunities that will come your way. And finally, consider partnership as a means to deliver on all the extraordinary things your organizations have to offer your communities. Thank you.